Hello everyone, my name is Sherry Jacobs and I'll be your professor for ECED 2063, which is an introductory study of curriculum development and instructional design based upon young students. This is not your typical class, as I'm sure you already know. This class is an online class and it is in lieu for traditional students who usually always have face-to-face. This is instead an online 14-week course. So it's a little different. It's a little different animal than the face-to-face or online, which typically run 8 weeks. This will run the same schedule calendar of your other face-to-face classes. And you'll also have typically an assignment due or smaller assignments due on a short week. So we'll go ahead and we'll look through things, and then if you have any questions, you can feel free to let me know what they are. So Ask the Instructor, as usual, is here. And there's nothing there. So um, I'm pretty good at checking Ask the Instructor. I'll be honest with you and tell you I'm even better about checking my own personal email. I usually respond back unless I happen to be out of town or unable to be near my computer within a really short period of time. If you ever put anything on Ask the Professor and it's not answered within the 24 hours, then please feel free to shoot me another email or personal email, or go ahead and put another Ask the Instructor. I don't assume that will happen, but I want you to be aware of it. So the course syllabus is here. Prayer request and the instructor announcements are where they always are. I'm going to just go ahead and take a few minutes and look at your syllabus with you. See if we can get that to come up, because I am. All right. It doesn't seem to want to open up. Here we go. So I just revised this in August. It's revised again for you guys because of it being 14 weeks. I'm not going to go over the policies in there about accommodations for disability. I know those have been, they went over those with you when you first applied, I'm sure, and went through orientation and so on. A course description, course objectives. These are instructional objectives for NAEYC, which is the governing body for the National Association of Education for Young Children. So you'll see all of the standards that are a part of that here. And then you'll notice that there is a weekly topic each week and an essential question for the 14 weeks. The course format is indeed online. There are individual and group assignments and presentations, and you'll be using Moodle. There's also a chalk on wire assignment and infant plan for this particular course. So we have lecture, like I'm just talking to you right now. There'll be a PowerPoint or a video that I've done or I have found for you that will support what you're learning that week. And you'll need to make sure that you watch those. It's really important to do that before you do the assignments, because everything is kind of embedded with those. So course policies, late work, it's the same as NVNU. It is 10% per day. If you have a very legitimate reason to be late with something, please let me know and we can talk about it. But an online course, it's very few legitimate reasons to be late with it. And difficulties with technology is not one of the reasons to be late. So I'm going to make sure you're aware of that. But that being said, if you have some important issues that come up, please let me know. And that nothing can be accepted after the last night of class unless it has been approved prior by the dean. Here's the grading scale, the same as throughout the university. Here are the textbooks that you will need. You'll notice that the preschool field experience text has been used. Both of these are texts that are used in more than one course. So there's the bibliography. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to actually go over this next syllabus portion um, on a different paper. I'm still working on updating for you based upon me changing from the 8 to the 14-week format. I've been kind of in a bind to get all of that stuff done for you. Notice as we go down through here, the resources, your bookstore, online tutoring, chalk and wire, TPA academic language, and so on. And I also have up here the reading response rubric. Please read this carefully. I'm totally rubric driven, folks. So read them carefully so that you know that what grade you're going to get probably before I see it. Here's the reading response one, the discussion one. People think that all the discussion forums are the same in each class. They are not. All of the due dates are not the same in each class either. And there are requirements for each for those. For example, with the reading rubric, the reading response rubric, okay, the rubric for your forum assignments, you'll notice in dark type at the top of the page, 250 to 500 word range, and responses at least 150. And you need to be responsive about not what you saw there, not just, hey, great post. Everybody loves hearing that, but what did you like about the post? What questions did it have for you? And what questions what questions or concerns or thoughts came to your mind as you read it? That's what I want you to think about here. So it has to reflect comprehension of the principles, um, and you have to apply ideas and professional and personal ideas and examples. APA has to be cited, um, and there's a minimum of 2 sources for APA, and the initial post needs to be 250 to 500 words, and the response 500. Please read these very, very carefully, folks. I don't want you to miss um, I don't want you to miss points for something that is just right there in front of you. So here is a very important piece of information that I make for all of my classes. It is an assignments at a glance. And for the assignments at a glance, you'll notice it has the week, the date of the week that the week starts, and it'll have all of the assignments. Some of these are simply to view videos like this. Very important that you follow those, as I said, because they have pertinent information you're going to need to use to do the remainder of the assignments. I want you to review your syllabus, your assignments, your grading rubrics, and all that sort of thing really carefully, even though I showed you some of them. Please know them well. Then you're going to do a post to get acquainted on Moodle, and you're going to do that initial post by Tuesday at midnight, and then respond to 2 other people by Thursday. And so you'll see these are all of the things you'll need to do this week. This is where you're actually turning something in 1.3 and 1.4. In 1.4, you're going to research historical figures and key events of ECE and complete the table, the ECE history table, due Thursday. Notice how I have what's the dates due for everything as you go down through here and look at each of the weeks. You need to follow those. This class was meant to be set up on Tuesdays and Thursdays for face-to-face. So that's why you'll notice that your assignments are generally due on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If it's a short week, you might find one due on Monday, like the first day of a forum. So that's really important. And so in each week, you're going to have, for example, it asks about the ECE table. You're either going to have a blank ECE table, or you're going to have what we call a support folder for you. I'm going to go show you that right now. So we're looking at week 1. which mirrors what I just showed you in the assignments at a glance. And if you click on your support documents for week 1, you'll see there are links. These links allow you to not have to do too much research on your own for these tables. You might have to pull some things out. So you're going to be filling out this table about these people, very prominent people in early childhood education. For example, Martin Luther. You're going to find that for Martin Luther, there's 1, 2, 3 different websites ready for you. Same thing for John Amos Comenius, and so on. So this is a resource or a support document for you to use to create that ECE timeline. I'm going to go ahead and close that out, and then I'm going to pull up the history table for you. So you're going to take that information that you got on that history table, and you are going to, I'm going to get rid of assignments at a glance there so we can get everything up a little bit better. So, no, wrong one there too. Sorry about that. There's your discussion forum. So I'll go ahead and get rid of that. It won't be in the way popping around. I have too many things coming up here, don't I? All right, here's the ECE table. And this, you'll notice that the website started out with Luther and Comenius. And so those are what you see here. So you use the information that you find on the web and you fill out this table. So I'm clicking on the history table. This is where you would, of course, submit it on Moodle. And you'll notice that it tells you the table's worth 100 points and it's evaluated by the reading response rubric, okay? The one that I just kind of went over with you. So please make sure that you take the time to look and see what is due each week. Now, we're going to take just a minute and look down to show you that there is an infant plan that needs to be submitted, and there's the place to click on for chalk and wire with that. So the infant plan is due on week 11, and so you put it here in Moodle, and then you also put it up at the top on chalk and wire. So I just want to welcome all of you to the class, let you know that although I won't be there personally in front of you, I'll be supporting you just the same. I'm readily available for when you need me. Please don't hesitate to contact me, and I very much look forward to working with all of you for this upcoming semester. Have a great day.